Now we're going to multiply the second row or the second column times the row. So 2 times 2 is what? 4. Is that a positive or a negative 4 though? Positive. Okay. So this will be a positive 4. You with me again? So then what we just did was we multiplied that 2 times everything. We distributed that 2 to everything inside the parentheses. So our final product is 2x plus 4. So we just take that out of the multiplication table there. All right, let's try another. I'm going to start by drawing the box and cutting it in half. I know some of you guys are perfectionists when it comes to like drawing boxes and lines and all that. I mean, if you are, you are. If you're not, that's okay too. But quick. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and label everything. So here I have my 6 hanging out front. And then I'm going to label the 2 columns, 3x and plus 5. Notice I'm leaving, if there's a sign in front of it, I'm keeping it with it just in case. I mean, it's implied if I just put a 5, it's implied to be positive, right? But I want to make sure we're keeping track of that because when we start having a lot of negatives in there, it's going to be tricky. All right, so let's multiply. 3x times 6. 3 times 6 is 18. So it would be 18x. And then 5 times 6? 30. And it's a positive or a negative? Positive. Very good. So then my final product is 18x plus 30. Just for the record, your homework is going to look almost exactly like this, with a box and labeling it and all of that, okay? So make it good habits now. All right, let's try. Let's keep going. Let's try some more. Now, if you notice, we're going to start incorporating more signs, more negatives, more integers. So I'm going to start with my box. Is it nap time? You guys sleep? Or you just yawning? I know the masks make me yawn. Because you know why you yawn, right? Because you need oxygen. Yes. Of course, a mask limits that. All right. Let's label stuff. I'm going to throw that 5 out front because it is hanging out front. And I'm going to label the 2 rows. I have x. And this time, instead of a positive, it's a negative 4. So see how labeling it this way helps with those signs. 5 times x. 5x. Negative 4 times 5. Negative 20. Guys, if you are not confident with your integer skills, use Desmos to do, those calculations for you. But remember, a negative times a negative will always be positive. And then a negative times a positive will always be negative. So we got to pay attention to that. So we have 5x minus 20. Do you feel confident to try one on your own? All right. Try this guy on your own. I'll set it up here. The others together, I think, because of the integers. I want to make sure everybody's got it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and label. So I have 9 and then minus x plus 2, or negative x, I guess. So remember, this is like having a negative 1 here. So this is negative 1 times 9, which would be negative 9x. And then 9 times 2, 18. But is it positive? Good. right, moving to the next one. Notice, again, a negative. Now this time the negative is outside the box. What can you tell me about everything that's going to be inside the box? It's all positive. So that means you're going to be multiplying a negative times a positive. So then our product, both pieces that are left are going to be what? Negative. Okay. So let me label -3 here, and then x plus 5. -3 times x, -3x. -3 times a positive 5. Very good. So we have -3x minus 15. So far, so good? All right, we're almost done. Last one. Everything is negative, the outside and the inside, right? So then ultimately my whole product should be positives, right? So as I set this up, I have -8 here, -2x here, and then a -7. Excuse me. -18 times -2? 16, positive 16, right? And then a -7 times a -8? So my final product? 56. There it is. Questions? Oh, that's hilarious. I see a bunch of kids with those these days. Who does that belong to? Is it yours, Cole? All right. So this is what we're going to do. Now that we're finished with our notes, we need to put them in our journals in the appropriate home.